Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So if there was a competition between all 50 states to see who hated the Constitution and the Second Amendment the most, pretty sure California would be going home with that trophy, especially after what they did yesterday. Let's talk about it. This channel is proud to be sponsored by the USCCA. If you carry for your own protection, you need a USCCA membership. With your membership, you get that self-defense liability, which is absolutely priceless. So if you are interested, check out the link in the description box. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's go and talk about what's going on here. So I don't think it's any big secret that California politicians absolutely loathe the Second Amendment. They cannot stand that it's this impenetrable wall that blocks them on their road to disarmament. They try and go over it, they try and go around it, but eventually, just like with all other things that are unconstitutional, they keep getting pushed behind it. So what do they want to do? Well, they want to just take down the wall altogether, and that's what they're doing with their 28th Amendment. So Newsom proposed the 28th Amendment, as everybody knows, and we all know that it's not going to work out, it's not going to go through, but they don't care. They're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So a while back, the Senate voted to approve the 28th Amendment. After that, it had to go to the Assembly. And just yesterday, the California State Assembly voted on the 28th Amendment. And do you want to know how it went? It went to a vote of 54 to 14. 54 in favor and 14 not in favor. There was some people who just didn't vote. That included some Democrats who kind of stayed out of it. But they voted in a majority, 54 to 14, to basically essentially erase your Second Amendment rights. If that doesn't show you right there how much they loathe the Second Amendment, then absolutely nothing will. They do not care about it. They want to see it gone.
Because this is what it's all about. Has absolutely nothing to do with trying to undermine the Second Amendment. It's trying to strengthen the Second Amendment so that people are safe in every community in America.
So California has just become the very first state in the entire country to call for a constitutional convention to add the 28th Amendment. Now here's the thing, while we know that this is not going to work, we have over half the country right now who approves of constitutional carry. They're not going to go ahead and join in on this 28th Amendment thing, and they need 3/4 of all state legislatures in order to make this happen. So it's not going to work. But what you have to understand here is that they're showing you exactly how they feel about your right. This is exactly how they feel about it. A vast majority of the people that run the state of California want to see it gone. And there's a little bit of delusion out there as well. As a matter of fact, the governor of that state actually believes that this does have a chance of winning. And he said that out loud. He believes that this is something that, because of polling, he says that polling shows that a majority of the country wants this. A majority of the country supports the regulation that is within the 28th Amendment. And he says that it's a vast majority, something like 86% of the entire country supports the things that he is trying to do through this 28th Amendment. So again, while we know that it's not going to work, there is still a delusion out there that this has a chance of actually making it through. Now, let's just play devil's advocate and say that other states are jumping on board with this. What would need to happen? Well, you would have to have 3/4 of the state's legislatures also vote to have a constitutional convention and then decide to take up this 28th Amendment. So first, you have to create the convention, right? So you have to have 3/4 of the state's legislatures vote to have a convention to begin with. Now, each one of those states that votes to have a convention can actually bring up their own things within that convention as well. So if they wanted to make any changes to the Constitution, they have every right to do it as well. They would be able to make whatever changes they wanted to, like, for instance, national reciprocity or constitutional carry. If they wanted to somehow solidify that within the Constitution, a state could do that. They could add that to it. It just doesn't have to just be about the 28th Amendment. The 28th Amendment is what's causing California to call for that constitutional convention. But once you have a convention, each one of their states can bring up whatever they want if they want something to be added. And even if California was to bring up that whole 28th Amendment, should there be a convention, still doesn't mean that it actually has a good chance of making it into our Constitution. So again, there's a long game going on here, and the chances of this actually happening are pretty much 0.0 to maybe 0.0. So that's kind of the chances of this actually working out. But again, it's just, California never quits. I mean, they never quit. What they've done to their own, citizens, what they've done to them is what they want to do to the rest of the country. And they'll stop at nothing to do that, including completely obliterating a constitutional right. That's what California is right there. So just try and keep that in mind every time you're wondering whether or not things will change. Until there's a top-down change, nothing will ever change in that state. So I just wanted to let you guys know that just happened yesterday. They officially voted on it and approved it by a vast majority. So, we'll keep an eye on it. If other states decide that they want to join in on this, maybe Hawaii, New Jersey, New York, or, Illinois, other states that we know kind of support what California does, they might jump in on it, but I don't see other states doing it. But I'll let you guys know where these other states stand. Again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You guys have a great day.